Hey, what is going on, gamers? Welcome back to Draconic SMP. In the last episode, we went ahead and did a little bit of resource gathering. We do now have our Silk Touch pickaxe. Still waiting to go ahead and get that fortune, though. We also did some exploring and checked out some really neat houses. Wow. 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 Oh, is that a beacon? David Copperfield. And then there certainly is this cool bridge right here. And also, while we were doing our caving thing, we came across a skelly spawner. And we did a little bit of decoration around here. Now I know it isn't the best, but we do have, I think this is this, oh, that's our iron one. I think we're wearing our skeleton backpack. Let's pick this one up. We'll put that one down right there. That one definitely looks a little bit more fitting here. Got a couple of these skeleton skulls. I think it looks pretty good. A little bit of mossy cobble, keeping it with the old skelly spawner theme, or the spawner theme. Now I didn't show this off in the last episode, but what I did was I dug this thing out by 4 blocks and then put a bucket of water in each one of the corners and dug out the center one. Of course, we had a slab up here to stop spawns from going up there, and these guys just dropped right down the hole. And as you can see here, we do have the ladder set up, and that's going to be for entity cramming. So basically it allows more than, well, 24 times 3, whatever that is, 72. More than 72 mobs can be in this little area right here. So if we're AFKing, such as me editing my videos, then yeah, we should be good to go. And before we get too deep into this episode, I do want to give a huge shout out to Connor for getting us set up with an ostrich egg, as well as some of these budding amethysts. Apparently we got a mod on the server that allows us to silk touch that. And since we do have silk touch, I went ahead and grabbed some of those. And the ostrich egg is exactly from them, since I mentioned how cool it was that they had an ostrich. So we'll have to definitely take a look at how we get that egg hatched in today's episode. As well as another big shout out to Cryptic. Cryptic strikes again. Apparently Cryptic got set up with a trial chambers, like a trial farm, I guess. I don't even know anything about those things yet, so we're definitely gonna have to take a look at it. But apparently had an extra backpack in a redstone backpack. Definitely seems appropriate for a doctor of the redstone variety. So I think this thing looks freaking cool. I think its ability was something to do with it gives like a redstone signal, or a full strength redstone signal. So I don't know if we're going to be using it for that, but I think it looks freaking awesome. So thank you so much to Cryptic as well as Connor. So this episode, what are we doing, Doc? That was a long intro. Well, we're going to be doing some more resource gathering. You're definitely going to need that, as well as a pretty big project that we have. It's going to be a big announcement here on the server, so make sure and subscribe so you don't miss out to that one, and stay tuned. But I'm not going to spoil it just yet. So I'm going to go and take my old handy Silk Touch pickaxe, and let's see if we can grab some resources. And then we're going to go get a fortune enchantment. Let's go. Alrighty, gamers. And we did about a 30, maybe 45 minute mining session. And this is what we got. So not too bad. We only got about 13 diamond ore, but hopefully we can get fortune. That's definitely going to help out. I did read somewhere that iron, you get a little bit more iron when you do fortune those ones. So we will be fortuning all of these right here in today's episode. Got a couple emerald ores. So emeralds are definitely a good thing to have. At some point, I imagine we'll have way too many, but we need to head back to spawn because we need to try and get this a fortune pickaxe. All right, and we find ourselves back here at spawn. We do have this pickaxe, which is an efficiency 4. Definitely a really good pickaxe, but we definitely need to have that fortune. So I think we're just going to grind some. I think what we need to do is, I'm going to set this one over here to the side so we don't mistake that one. I think we're going to play this one safe. So unless it says fortune 3 here, we're not going for it. So we'll go here. We're going to go on efficiency 2, and we'll just keep grinding this thing down until we get exactly what we need. Efficiency 4. Dang it. I told myself we weren't going to do that. All right, you know what? I'll just do one. It'll be fine. Nope, it's not fine. Ooh, there we go. We got fortune 3, efficiency 4. I wasn't seeing any fortune 3s. I did see a bunch of efficiency on breaking. This one was an efficiency 4 as well as the fortune 3. So that's going to be, well, I guess that'll be good enough for me. Oh, it's nighttime. I can show you guys something I learned today. All right, so if we go over here and I go ahead, I take off my backpack using this thing and I set it down. If we right click there's a little bed option. Ta-da! Look at that. I've got my own sleeping bag inside my backpack. Oh, that makes it so cool. So handy. All right, then we go and break this. Boom. Pick that one up. And I think, yeah, just go bam. Whoa. Calm down, little guy. Look at it. He's all folded up. Oh, it's so sketchy down here at spawn. That's one thing we're going to tackle in today's episode. But until then, I need to take all this ore. Let's put this all down here. And I think, is this our fortune? Fortune 3. Let's go. How many do you think we got there? Oh, that's a number of them. We started with 26 diamonds. Not too bad, not too bad. It's not going to get us all diamond gear, but it should give us definitely a good start. All right, now that we got that all taken care of, we do have a diamond helmet, pants, and booties, as well as some diamond tools. And we have about 4 diamonds left over. I guess maybe I probably could have made a chest plate, but here we are. We got this, but we'll figure that out. We'll figure that out. Now what I really want to do is, this is our spawn area, and I definitely feel like we can get this thing all nice and cleaned up. In this chapter, we are going to go ahead and get things cleaned up. Yes, just a little bit of community service to make this place looking a little bit nicer and a little bit neater. Definitely don't think the cactus belongs on the beach. And how do we enjoy this shore with all of these trees? All right, gamers, this beach area is looking a lot nicer. We still got a whole bunch more to do up there, but we've been taking this out, and I think this is looking pretty nice. We got a beautiful view. Oh, we don't have a beautiful view. All the sugarcane. How is anybody supposed to see? How does anyone see with all of this sugarcane blocking this beautiful ocean? Well, I know what we need to take down next. All right, and as we go through and take out all of this sugarcane, don't worry, we'll leave this for whoever planted it so they can come pick this up. Maybe we'll make a sugarcane farm at some point in the future. Let me know if you guys want to see that. Leave me a like. But we are going to go ahead and build something like this right here. I was looking for kind of like a shack on the beach, something that would look like it would belong, and I feel like that would look really good. I feel like that would look really good right here. So we're going to go ahead and get this thing all built up. Unfortunately, we are 1.21.1, and that does mean that replay mod isn't set up quite yet. So maybe I'll do a quick kind of walkthrough of what this thing's looking like and how it's going so far. Yeah, we're going to go ahead and go with the outline here. We are going to use this palm wood, since I do feel that it's fitting, since we took a bunch of it down. It kind of seems like we should be kind of replanting this stuff here. All right, and I do want this thing to look a little bit lopsided again. Here is that reference photo. So we do have the doorway. It's going to be right here. This is a 3-block wide with a kind of a window right here, kind of peeking out. And then this one's going to have a little bit of a 2 gap. So let me get the rest of this kind of filled in here. Alrighty, gamers, and we got a little bit of a progress update here. A little bit of a big window here on the side. We got our front opened up a little bit. We're definitely going to need to add more to that. And then of course we do have our 2 windows over here on this side. And so we can't forget, we do have our little bit of a porch entrance. So I think we'll have probably 2 more over there. I kind of feel like there should be some steps on the side, and probably over here on this side as well. And I think we're going to go ahead and pull this out 1 more block, give us a little bit more room here. All right, we're going to go ahead and frame off this porch. We do not want anybody getting hurt, and something along these lines I think is looking pretty good. I know that this wood is pretty well matching, but I think it like kind of fits this little vibe that we got going on here. I think what we'll do is we'll go through, add a little bit of depth to these guys. And I think this one, I kind of want a little bit different. Kind of look like it's a welcoming window. Kind of like if you came up, you might say hi to this guy. So maybe he might come up here and try and sell you something. You know, you never know. You never know. I think that might be a cool little idea for this little shack here. We'll get a little bit of trap door action for that one. And maybe for these ones as well. We can kind of open and close them. Actually, if we kept the same concept, it only makes sense that it's kind of up top. So we'll be able to open and close those ones. All right, let's see if we can go ahead and get a little bit of a roofing going for this thing. Alrighty, gamers, and Willy's little crab shack is coming along so well. We have a little crab as a guest, and so this is what I imagine. I imagine something like this guy probably goes fishing every day, and he sells his fish here. He probably rents his boats. He probably sells some fishing rods. Willy's a one-stop shop if you're a fisherman or love to be out in the ocean. So definitely let me know what you guys think about this one down in the comment section below. I think this looks pretty close to our little bit of a shack that we had. The roofing was a little bit weird, but hey, as long as you can look past it, I think it looks pretty good. I think it looks pretty good. We'll go through and get everything all opened up for Willy's shop here. And of course, we haven't done anything here with the interior. We've got our little vendor window here, another window here, and another one here. And yeah, he's just the one guy that does it all. If we do come over here to the back, that's looking really plain. I'm not gonna lie to you. But I do think we can go ahead and spruce it up. I got some logs here. I kind of got a little bit of an idea. I'm gonna go and clean up probably that enchantment station. Got 2 there. Let's go and take these all the way back here. All right, and there is the framing. I think we'll keep it something similar like that. Still keeping that A-frame shape. All right, the big burning question is, will this silk touch work on bookshelves? Sure enough, it does. Let's get these out of here then. All right, and it's definitely a little bit more on the cramped side back here, especially with the sand. We'll need to do probably a little bit of terraforming and everything like that. We got an extra little section here, which is for our enchanting table. We have our anvil, which we'll end up putting on this side, our chest with all the lapis and all the old goodie bits, as well as our grindstone up above. So yeah, so if anybody's needing the enchanting station, this is where it is for now. Last up on the list for this spawn area, at least for today, because we still got plenty of stuff, plenty of things that we need to go and get cleaned up, but we've got so much time, is getting all of these chests picked up. This is hideous. Alrighty, gamers, so I've definitely done a little bit of work. Unfortunately, on the replay mod, it is really hard to go ahead and show you guys these, but let me go ahead and show you exactly what we got set up. So I feel like it's the palm wood is definitely a little bit lighter than what I wanted, especially from our reference image. This one's looking pretty good. I think so far we're staying pretty well on track. And again, this is Willy's shack here, Willy's shack. And I imagine you can come up here, you can come from him, order up a couple boats, he'll take you out on the water. You come on over here and he's gonna go ahead and set you up with some food and everything like that. And speaking of out here, we got a couple of free samples actually. So there was some the chests up here, we got those all cleaned out. We got some suspicious stew, free samples of those ones, also some free drinks to go with it. So potion of water breathing, it was sitting up there, so hey, I figured I'd try and make some use of it. So yeah, that one's kind of cool. Over here we got an extra window. I'm not sure exactly what this window would be technically used for, so this one's going to be a little bit on the bigger side. I don't know. Let me know what you guys think down in the comment section below. What would Willy be selling out of this one? The front one is probably to get boat contracts. That one over there is to sell some food, and this one is for what? Maybe this one should be selling food. Let me know what you guys think it should be down in the comment section below. Again, we are getting the spawn area cleaned up little by little, but we still got a little bit more, but I don't think we're going to tackle that in today's episode. We got a lot of building with this shack here, but for this announcement, I'm going to need a little bit of a platform to go ahead and let everybody know what's going on. So I think what I want to do, I've noticed that everybody's been doing a bunch of shops. This one here is Slime's Ominous Store. So we got Bad Omen 1 all the way through 5. I'm not totally sure exactly what these ones are all about because I haven't looked into the Trials update too much, but I'll definitely be taking a look at these. We have Cryptic's Shop of Stones. What are you selling, Cryptic? Looks like some tuff, some cobble, deep slate, 1 diamond, 2 diamonds. Not too bad, not too bad. Some calcite, 1 diamond. Ooh, that's pretty cheap for some calcite. Calcite is a little bit harder to find than some deep slate and those kind of things, so that's definitely a good price right there. And this is definitely coming together. This is Connor's shop, I think. Connor's Critters, maybe? Connor's Creatures Curiosities under construction, so definitely we got to be careful. But looking over here, look at these. We got armadillos, we got some sniffers, some horses. I don't know what's gonna be happening, but I'm definitely excited to check this thing out soon. There's an ostrich, and Noah's got his shop, I think, moved kind of to a little bit more of a permanent placement, and I think this thing is looking really good so far. Draconic's little shop of decorers. decorers. I don't know if I'm saying that one right actually, but let's go ahead and waste on that one. All the saplings. Oh, this is going to be much needed. 1 diamond. We're definitely going to need to be buying a lot of this stuff because I'm definitely going to need that. Bamboo to bamboozle. We got bamboo blocks. We got bamboo. What do we got over here? All quartz. Oh my goodness, he has definitely gone through and got quite a bit of quartz already. Lanterns and lighting. Oh, these are definitely beautiful. And amethyst clusters. We probably don't need this one quite anymore, especially with the amethyst, with the amethyst bud, I think it's called. So we'll probably be good to go with the amethyst. And what is this? Decor and stations. I like how he took this like little cave area and like made it his own. Let's see, what do we got? Wool and banner. No wool, no banners, not yet. Copper. Okay, that's why he's got his David Copperfield out there. Villager workstations, nothing yet. Bookshelves, leaves, and logs. Okay, so he's got one of each log, look like, for the most part. Probably missing some cherry blossoms, some other things, but definitely look like the shop is stocked pretty well. So big shout out to Noah on this one. That thing looks pretty good. All right, and I don't know what all these trees are about, but I definitely feel like this area probably, yeah, this area is definitely going to be big enough for what we need. So I think this is where we're going to need to take that down. Maybe I'll snap a shot to see what's going on and whose that is inside of the Discord community, because we definitely don't want to be disrupting anybody's builds, but I think this is going to be the perfect location for our next chapter. And we're going to go ahead and call this chapter Setting the Stage. But before we do, we need to go ahead and set the scene to go ahead and get this thing all set up. Alrighty, gamers, and this is looking pretty good so far. As you can see, we got all of this stuff kind of cleared out here, and it's looking pretty good. So let's go ahead and get our center stage going. I think center stage looks to be probably about right there. And I think we'll probably go about 2 high. I think that'll look good. And I have the magic number 13 in my head for whatever reason. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Maybe lucky number 13. I don't know. That's looking pretty good so far. I think it only seems fitting that we have kind of like 2 entrances. Maybe 1 over here on each side of these. Can we get this to like do something? Kinda. We'll get another one over here, set that up. All right, we definitely don't need it to be too grand, but I would like to get this thing filled out pretty well. We'll go through and set up some support structures. I think it seems like it'd be fitting to be here, and let's go to the end. All right, framework wise, this is looking pretty good. I think we're gonna need some across support beams. I think it would make sense to have these things kind of poking out through. All right, I think this stage is definitely coming together quite a bit. We got the kind of support beams holding up some framing. I don't know, sometimes these things have like the open concept, and especially too with like an outdoor theater vibe. I think this thing's looking all right. Definitely one solid color, but I think that's going to change a little bit as this progresses. One thing that is most certainly missing is a little bit of curtain action. So I definitely think we're gonna need to go ahead and see about getting, I think there's some sheep still at spawn. Maybe we can get some red wool, I don't know. And what a grand stage we definitely have set here, but there is a little bit missing. I do want a grand entrance, so we need to get a little bit more red curtain, I guess. So we can get a little bit more of a theater-atric. Red concrete powder definitely seems like the way to go. So we definitely need to get some gravel and some sand, as well as some red dye. I know we've got a bunch of red flowers. Yeah, let me see if I go gathering this and see what we got. All right, so to keep from walking back and forth, went ahead and used Willy's crab shack over here to store some. There's so many crabs here. Oh my goodness, I guess that's why it's called the crab shack, right? I only have a stack and a half of gravel. I just grabbed a stack and a half of sand. We can definitely grab more, but I think when I look at this red concrete, it's kind of equal parts. And then plants wise, I think rose bushes, we got quite a few of those. We'll leave one, maybe turn the rest into dye. And crafting table, let's see, 8. Oh, that's a lot. Okay, that's a lot. I think that definitely should be plenty of dye for what we're going to be doing right now. So let's go ahead and head back over to the stage, and let's go ahead and get this thing prepped. Oh wait, before I leave here, I think I'm going to need a few pistons. Oh, and some redstone. All right, back at center stage. Let's go ahead and see if we can put this thing together. I'm gonna go ahead and make this pretty simple. I made some room to make it a little bit easier for us. So we're gonna need to go ahead and set down, oh, come on. We're gonna need to go ahead and set down all of our pistons. And that should be all of them right there. Yeah, all the way up to the edge. And we're gonna go ahead and set up some repeaters right behind. And then some redstone. And it should look something like this. So for right now, what I'm gonna go ahead and do is put a little lever there. That's gonna go ahead and activate all of these right here. I'm gonna go ahead and set down our first layer of red concrete powder. And then we're gonna need to figure out how high this is gonna go. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, I think is that 7. We got 7 in total. And so what we're gonna wanna do is dig this down. So then once these blocks go ahead and retract, so something like this right here, all of those are gonna go ahead and fall down. Boom, 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 boom. So let me go ahead and get that thing dug out. All right, so we got everything all set up there. Hopefully this is gonna work first try. Let's hit this lever. And there we go. That seems like a pretty cool grand entrance. I definitely think it would be pretty nice to be able to set up like maybe some fireworks and a little bit of music, but we'll see. But I think the stage is all set. So let's go and get this thing all prepped back up and finish this one out. Alrighty, gamers, and just like that, I think center stage is all set and ready to go for this one. So until next time, this is Dr. Redstone. Whoa, wait a minute. Where's my armor? When did that leave? Anyways, this is Dr. Redstone signing out. Thanks, YouTube.